I guess it's no, okay, so Amos, I'm here to give you guys a movie review, which this movie is based is called Driven. This is the star the star of who played Joe is Sylvester Stallone. Burt Reynolds played in this movie also well too. I do believe his name is Carl. He's pretty much the owner of the team and stuff like that. And there's another kid. I can't remember his name. Can't remember his name. But he did play in a movie called Remember the Titans, which they called him Sunshine, stuff like that, and stuff. And also Stacey Edwards also plays this movie also as well too. So yeah. So I mean, this movie is really it's really good. It's not really the best film I ever seen. Sylvester Stallone really ever played in. And the reason why I'm based on saying that because it just doesn't look like the normal Sylvester Stallone that we usually will see basically play in a movie like this. I wonder, kind of wonder, like how they get him basically to be in the situation. A race a very fast car is a lot more faster than a stock car. Was a NASCAR and stuff like that. But I don't see there's not really basically it's really the big idea of like having Sylvester Stallone play in the movie and stuff like that. And one thing I really do want to say is that NASCAR is completely a lot more different than any car. Any car has their own style, has their own point style. They have their own car designs and stuff like that. And sponsors are I mean, are a huge support for any car. It really actually is. So does NASCAR and stuff like that. Yeah, basically, so one thing I did like about this movie, there's some things I did like, but there's one more than things that I really did not like. Basically about this film, basically about this film. So the first thing is that the acting is really good. His acting is really good, but the thing is that like, why is everyone like being such a jerk to to the kid. I forgot his name is Jimmy Bly or something. I do yeah Jimmy Bly Jimmy. Well, I'm just gonna call him Jimmy. And everyone's like being a jerk, but all except for Sylvester Stallone, he's really not. He goes by the name Joe basically, and so and Jimmy is just trying to do his very best. He's a rookie. He's making a name for himself and stuff like that. He's trying to figure out what his identity is about basically as a race car driver. And one thing, if you look at some of the past commentators that used to race in NASCAR, take as for instance as Darrell Waltrip. Darrell Waltrip is a very unique driver. He knows the many faces that he's seen throughout the experience of basic races because he knows to thrive. He knows how to give in, stuff like that. And I remember several one of his quotes. One of the quotes he said that you have to give a little, or or to gain, or to you got to give a little, you got to give a little more to before you gain more. I do believe that's what he said and stuff like that. I remember that basically one of those things that he just basically says. There's a lot of common things that he would just say, would just basically that what he was just basically would say and stuff and those things and stuff like that. But like I said before, I mean he's an old guy. He's an old guy. I'm not gonna lie about that. But he does has really good talent because he sees really good talent. He sees a lot and stuff like that. I mean, you could ask any of those drivers out there, like, what is it like to the race like 100 miles an hour or more, or something like that, and they'll probably say like, it's scary. They'll probably say like, yeah, well, it's scary, or I just enjoy it and stuff like that. And I want people just remind people that yeah, I think any car is a lot more dangerous than NASCAR, but some people will probably would disagree with that. It's just that when you look at these Indy cars, when you look at these Indy cars, I think these are just plastic cars. I wouldn't say like they're have any metal frames on them or something like that. I really don't know. I don't know how much they really spend money, like making the engines and stuff like that, making the body and stuff like that, and all that stuff. I really don't know like what they do and stuff like that, and basically stuff. And I think IndyCar drivers has lost some drivers back in the past because they didn't have the good technology to basically protect drivers and stuff like that. Because you got to remember, like you're down like this and you're driving like this, and your foot is like right around here. You have your brake and stuff, and then you also have your shift gear thing also well too, or you have your shifting on the remote controller or something like that. That's basically what you're racing on, and stuff and basically and stuff. I do know that Indy cars, they do go a lot more faster than NASCAR, and that's what I pretty much I definitely do think that's what's basically what I definitely see is that, and basically just remember sponsorships is it's a big deal when you're racing a sport with any car and stuff like that. And so sometimes it is. I mean these are these guys' lives or something. This is not like a stock car racing event like NASCAR. It's not. Yes, NASCAR do take things pretty seriously, and they do, which is they call it the NASCAR Bible. The NASCAR Bible has all these sections and stuff like that. You can't do this. You can't do that. You have to obey this. You have to obey that, and stuff like that. And yeah, even IndyCar has their own stipulations about what they do and stuff like that. I mean, even though I think I want to say this, I'm not sure if this is really actually true as that, but you can't block anybody in IndyCar. I don't know why, because IndyCar will probably get upset because if you were to block somebody, it can cause a really big accident and stuff like that. And I've seen many crashes from NASCAR, from IndyCar, other different kinds of series and stuff like that. And yeah, you are going to get involved in those wrecks and stuff like that. And sometimes like basically that some other people wants to take on a young man that you willing to risk for this young man to be in this race. Just like with the Indianapolis 500, big huge deal. Just 33 cars on the racetrack, going for the glory. This is the Super Bowl of the crown and jewel event, but the reef, not just basically just getting a trophy, but just getting that glass of milk. That's what they really do want. They don't care about the trophy or the reef or stuff like that. They want that glass. They want that cold milk. That's what they really want. I want to say is that I really do like this movie. I really do like. But I want to say also too, this is not really the best film I've seen Sylvester Stallone basically been in this movie. I could be wrong or anything like that, but yeah. Now one other thing actually a couple other things I would definitely want to add. Several people who I don't like this movie. Okay, so the first one is basically has with the cute girl basically in the movie and stuff like that gets most of the attention stuff like that. And one thing I don't like about her is that she goes up with Jimmy and she spends time with Jimmy and stuff like that, and just want to have a relationship with him and stuff like that. And then she ends up going back to her ex boyfriend or ex fiance because I did not like what she did right there. She just blatantly just said I want to marry this guy and stuff like that. And she's a sellout. I'm sorry. I don't like people really doing that and stuff like that. It's just something that I'm not saying it bothers me, but it's something that you just don't do. I mean, that's not right. I mean, you sell yourself out like that, and you just dump the guy, and like you go back to your fiance. I don't know what that noise. Anyways, that's what basically it feels to me. And the second thing has to do with the this woman. I can't remember. I think she's Mexican or something. I don't know. She is going on a date with her husband Memo. I don't know. I don't know. And one thing she would just basically just brag about like how she was just like being so rude, being so mean to Sylvester Stallone, like oh you left me out to dry and stuff like that. It's just this girl's crazy. I mean she's really actually mean, but she's pretty much one of the most annoying persons I've seen, basically basically in this movie. Number three, Carl is kind of like off and on for me. Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds will give you your opinion. He will give his opinion about what he feels is basically when it comes to a movie like this. One thing I really am quite shocked because I really didn't think that he would play in a movie like this because I didn't think that this would be something that it would be very good for him to play in. I just don't think that's not really his typical of a style for Burt Reynolds because Burt Reynolds been around for a long, long time. I guess the guy is still around, or maybe he must have passed away. I wish I really don't know. And the fourth thing is basically has to do with come with family, which it has to be their brother. The brother is basically his management, which is Jimmy's management. But you have to look to understand is that I understand that the brother wants what's better for his little brother. I totally do understand that. But one thing I did not like about his brother, not Jimmy, but about his brother, is that he pushes him way too much. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. He pushes him way too much. He puts too much pressure on him and stuff like that, and basically and stuff like that. Oh, you have to answer this news person, that people, or anything like that. And you could just tell by the expression on the face of Jimmy that it doesn't feel very comfortable having picture takings with basically with a whole bunch of girls or anything like that, or everyone to just want to autograph stuff like that. And sometimes fans can get a little crazy and stuff like that. But I don't think it's not really based generally of like that happening in real life. I just don't think it really does not really do that way. I think they took that kind of thing a misconception based on the fans. Fans are not really basically kind of like that. Some fans can be, but that's not really how fans really basically react and stuff like that. And one thing I really want to say is that if there's like let's say Dale Hart Jr. went to go in the crowd with fans and stuff, he do autographs stuff like that. They know better not to. They know better not to like put their hands on Dale Jr. or anything like that because they don't. I'm not saying they don't want to be touched or anything like that. They just don't want to be being touched so much where somebody can basically take advantage of him and try to kiss him or anything like that because they're supposed to protect him and that's what they're supposed to do. That's why I think it's important for any different fans basically out there that when you see like a celebrity person, well, I was a sports athlete, whatever it is, who is that you see, they shouldn't do that. Sometimes they would allow it, but sometimes they wouldn't because this is something that they have to keep in mind to keep in check and stuff like that. And the reason I'm based on saying that because that's just basically what they do, and that's what I definitely do think. And as far as I'm concerned, is it's an okay movie. It's not really the best movie I've really seen. I'm just going to give it a 7 out of 10. I just don't really some of those things I really did not like about the film. But I'm not saying I hate it or anything like that. It's just that it's just something that I really did not really actually think that Sylvester Stallone would just basically be in this movie and basically doing what he did and stuff. And that's what basically feels to me. I don't know if Sylvester Stallone knows how to race these kind of cars, or maybe he did, or maybe he didn't. That's something I have to look behind the scenes. Now, one thing I did not want to say this is about the ending of this movie. There are some CGI moments based in this movie. That's something I really did not like, and the CGI is not looking all that great based for a typical film like this. Yes, the film does has a lot of thorough action and stuff like that. It's just that the storyline and stuff like that, and with the characters and stuff like that, and basically the animations of the movie, it just didn't feel right. Basically, kind of style for Burt Reynolds or Stacey Edwards and also Sylvester Stallone. Like I said, I'm just going to give it a 7 out of 10. I don't hate the film. I think the film is good. I think the film is good, but it's not really the best film that I've really seen those big kind of guys basically that played in other different movies because I think Sylvester Stallone he likes playing in really tough movies. So, he's a combat kind of guy. So that's what he likes to do. He likes to have fun, likes to beat up people. I'm not saying. I mean, that's just something that he loves. It means he's the action packed kind of guy and stuff like that. That's what he basically loves. And Burt Reynolds is basically to me. He's kind of mixed in between. And I think he likes being in drama movies. So not some action movies, but that's just basically what I think from what I see from based on this film. So, like I said, I will say it again, 7 out of 10. But I mean, that's just my opinion. Like I said, I don't hate the film. I just think they should have just toned it up a little bit more better. And I think they should have just make the film a little bit more longer, a little bit longer and stuff like that. And that's what basically what it feels to me. And I think that the character of Jimmy is put in place way too many times into the movie, and it's just he's just like I don't know. The film just didn't look right. It just really didn't. But I mean, I don't like I swear I don't hate the film, but it's an okay film, but it's really actually is. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this for this review of this movie. Tell me what you guys think. You guys agree with me? You guys don't agree with me or anything? Do you guys think it was good? Do you guys think it was bad? I thought it was okay. That's what I thought. You know, that's like I said, that's my opinion. So yeah, anyways, it's Dunwich. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please please give me a like on my video or give me a thumbs down. Hit the notification bell also too, so that you guys watching my videos. And please leave your comments below and tell me guys how you feel about the movie. So yeah, anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember, just I love you guys. Please be safe. And remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.